Welcome to the Quip Corner with Ada. Yes, my name is Ada and I am the Quip Queen. I'm really happy to have you here with me. It's interesting what happens when you decide to obey God. I've heard people say, when God gives you a vision, He always makes a provision. And that is so true with the assignment He has given me this year. He gave me a tip, or tip is the right word. And He encouraged me to leverage the UN International Days and some other world days. And interestingly, this year, they have fallen on Wednesday, which is when I release my videos. Isn't that something? I guess God has all the time in His hands, so He knows what would work for each day, each year, each month. So who knows what the tip for next year would be. But we're still in this year, so let's maximize it. Join me in the Quip Corner and hear some more about what we're celebrating today. Today is the International Day of Awareness of Food Loss and Waste Reduction. That's a long one, but definitely something that all of us can do something about. As usual, let's start with a quip. And I'm reading quip 57, which I have shared before in a different light in the Quip Corner. The interesting thing about the quips in my books is they have multiple applications. They are life lessons, and so it's not one size fits all. Well, it's one size fits all, but for different situations. When you get my books, or for those of you who have already bought them, thank you, you will see what I mean. I remember one review where the person said, I keep Ada's book on my desk, and now and again when I need a burst of inspiration, I read something from it, and it's refreshing each time. Enough about book reviews. Let's get into today's topic. Quip 57 says, it's only the values you instill in your children that they will live with and live by when they leave home. It's only the values that you have instilled in your children that will stick, simply put. And when I think about food loss, waste reduction, I remember some of my family values as in growing up. I remember, and funny enough, recently I was at a dinner and we're having the conversation about how we should think about portion control. And the gentleman beside me was saying, I can't stand food wastage. I always just want to take what I'm sure I can finish. And I said to him, growing up, my mother used to say to us, if we couldn't finish our food, she'd say, your eyes are bigger than your stomach. Your eyes are bigger than your stomach. And of course, promptly insist that I sit there and finish my food. You can't be excused from the table. Your food's got to be finished. But of course, as we grew older, she changed tactics. And then it was, come and say when. So we then had the responsibility of saying when there was enough food dished into our plate. And you guessed it, if it's in your plate, you will be finishing that food. And that's one of the values I carried over into my current family. And it's funny when my children are, say, dishing out a meal for me, and they say, Mommy, come and say when. So it's nice to see, the value is being passed on. The other thing about food wastage is I find that unfortunately there's some parents who feel that if my child can't finish the food, then I'll eat it up. Sadly, some parents have added more weight than they should just because they're just eating whatever other children or even maybe their spouse couldn't eat. I keep reminding my family, I'm not a dustbin or I'm not a trash can. No. If you took that, finish it. When my children were younger, they knew that if they didn't finish their meal, guess what? You got an advance on your next meal. Put it away and start there when it's time for the next meal. I wonder what your thoughts are about food waste reduction. I know there's some people who say, oh no, I only eat rice that is freshly cooked. More power to you. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But if there's food left over, what do you do with it? Please don't say you trash it. Please don't. Because there are things you can even do with day-old rice. You can make fried rice, as an example. As I prepared for this video, I thought about some other ways that we waste food. And when I say we, I mean we, including my home, because sadly, food gets wasted in my home now and again, but definitely not on purpose. An example that came to mind was when you're making a meal and it gets burnt. Even if it's toast that you can't eat, that is food that has been wasted. There are so many ways we waste food. I'd like to encourage us. It's not about whether or not somebody else could have eaten it. Because the truth is sometimes you're not in a position to give that food to someone nearby. But watch your portions. Take what you can eat and finish what you take. I go to occasions, actually, my husband and I comment about it. When we go to occasions and we see people pile up their plates and barely make a dent and leave it there. The way I see it, when you waste food, it shows that you're an ingrate. You're not grateful for what you have and would rather just let it go to waste. Please be grateful and reduce, or where possible, eliminate food wastage. Well, that's my spiel on the awareness of food loss and waste reduction. So I'm curious, what are your thoughts about food wastage reduction? What are some of the things you do in your home? Please share your comments with us so that we all learn and so we all improve, so we all stop wasting food. Until we catch up again in the Quick Corner, you take care. Take care of those around you and reduce, yes, actually eliminate food wastage. Oh, just before I go, I almost forgot. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, welcome. Thank you. If you enjoyed this video, whether or not it's your first time, feel free to give it a thumbs up and share it with others. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. If you click the bell, you'll get notified each time there's a new video. If you've already subscribed, keep good things to yourself. Spread the word. I look forward to reading your comments and responding. Bye now.